Okay, so I'm going to close this and, start from question 2 again. Okay, so we are trying to answer question 2 in our task description, and it says that we need to find the top 5 commission earners over the month. For their conditions, the commission is only paid per sale when the profit is greater than 1,000 and when it is not an exception. Okay, so our profit is within the sales order table here. And the condition is that exception of sale must be 0, okay? Because 1 is when it is true and 0 is when it is false, okay? And that our profits must be more than 1,000. If we do what we call number filtering, and we decide to filter on greater than 1,000, where profit is greater than 1,000, if we okay that, so, and if we filter that exception sale should be 0. Now, when we did our filtering, that automatically filtered out where exception of sale is 1. So we are fine. If we had some 1s here, we would have removed them, from this. And whoever falls into this category, those are the ones that would apply their commission, and calculate what their commission should be. Now, the problem now is that we have total profit on one table, which is the sales order table, but we have the actual commission percentage on the team list. Okay, so this commission percentage, which appears as decimal, but it's actually percentage, but we are better off leaving it as decimal right now. Okay, so now I did ask that how do we bring this commission amount onto sales order table to make it easy for us to calculate the commission that each person gets based on their profits. And I got the answer from Sister Shade that we need to merge those two tables, which is the perfect answer. So we are going to go back into Power Query now and do that merging. Okay. So how are we going to merge? Merging is a way to join or add columns from one table to another. Okay. And it's only possible to merge when you've got a common column between the two tables, and the column should be unique. That's when the merging makes sense. We've checked before, our salesperson name is unique here. So what merging will do is that wherever there is Steve, it will look for Steve in sales order. It will look for Steve's name here and just give it the commission amount that's due to Steve. It will look for Frank and give the right commission amount that's due to Frank. Like I said, because the names are unique on this table, that's why we will be fine. If it wasn't unique, if we had like 2 or 3 Steves, then there would be a conflict because which Steve has what, okay? But we are fine right now. So everywhere on sales order where Steve happens to occur, we will have 0.02 as his commission amount. How do we merge? So my first table is, I need everything in sales order. So I'm going to make this my first table, okay? And under home, if we go into the combine section here, we have merge queries and append queries. When you merge queries, you are bringing new columns in. When you append queries, you are bringing more new rows in. So append, add rows onto your table, while merge, add columns onto your table. Now, if I click on this down arrow, it says merge queries or merge queries as new. Now, merge queries would just merge this table onto this, and that's it. Merge queries as new would create a third query. It would merge the two, but make it a separate table for us and add on to the load for us. Sometimes that's the right thing to do, but right now we'll be fine to just use merge queries. Okay, so merge queries is just merge these two, the one I'm going to show. So it says select a table and matching columns to create a merged table. So the table I need, will give us the list of all of the tables. I need a team list. Okay, now it says a matching column or matching columns. Our matching columns will be salesperson and the salesperson here. So I click on those two and see, it says the section matches 5,000 of 5,000 rows from the first table. So it's saying that it's checked this first table and it's found that all of the names here are matching all of the names here. So nothing is missing. Okay. Now something to talk about when you are merging tables is the join kind, because merge is the same as join. You are joining the two tables. Okay. So what we are using is the left outer join. Okay. Now left outer, your first table is assumed to be the one on the left. That's why I clicked on sales order first, because I need everything in sales order to be brought along. Okay. So the first table is the one on the left, and the second table is the one on the right. And what the left outer join does is, it says it will bring all the rows from the first and match it to the second. If we click down here, we have different other types of rows of joins. Right outer will bring everything from the second table and only match it to the first. Okay. Full outer will join both the first table and the second table, whether they match or not. Okay. Inner one will join only where they match. So it won't bring everything from both if they don't match. Only the matching rows is what it would bring, and so on and so forth. Okay. The most common one that we use is the left outer, which is the one you see there by default anyway. Okay. So it depends on what you are trying to achieve. That's what will determine which one you are using. I just click on my more important table, so to say, as my first one, which serves as the left, and then join to the second one and just use this straight away. I've not really needed to use the other ones as such, but it's good to understand them so that anytime you need to use them, you'll know which you should be using. So it's good that we found all our rows. They are all matched. So that's a good thing. And I would okay that. And immediately I okay that, see, it's brought the whole table in. This whole team list table is brought everything in. Okay, but it's not everything that I need. Okay, so this opposite facing arrows here, it's called expand. It's just where you expand the table, because everything here is the whole table. It says team list table. So I click on here and we see this opens up. Now I can bring all of the columns that I need. I don't need all of them, like I said. So I'll unselect all, and all I need is the commission amount. Okay. And I just want you to call it commission amount. What this means, it says use original column name as prefix. If I leave this checked, it will then give this column the name team list dot commission amount. Okay. So let me okay it and you will see what I mean. See, the name is so long, team list dot commission amount. Okay. But that's not what I want. I just want you to call it commission amount. So I'll come back here and remove this default column name prefix. Okay. And we just have commission amount. So if I go on to maybe Steve's name, that we know Steve is 0.02, I believe. load more. So if I go on to Steve's, anywhere Steve is found, Steve would be awarded 0.02 all through. Nothing different, nothing more than just the 0.02, you know, and so on. Now that we have that, we can then multiply total profit by the commission. This should actually be commission percentage, so that the answer we get would then be the commission amount. That's the best way to name it, okay? But let me unfilter Steve, okay? So if you don't mind, I'll just put this as commission, and that's just me changing that, just so that it makes sense when we are, it makes sense when we are using the column, when we are looking at what we are doing. This is the commission and this is the commission amount. The answer we will get will be the commission amount. So I click those two because I want to go into add column and I need standard multiplication, okay? Add column because the answer we'll get needs to be in another column. So another column needs to be added. That's why we're doing this under add column, okay? So standard, and it's just a multiply, okay? And we can, the total profit this person got here, this row is 851.136. If their commission is 0.04, this is the commission amount that they get on top, you know, as their commission, so to say. So I'll make this commission amount. Okay. And again, all the rows, all the steps we've done, they've been recorded. From when we merged, we expanded the table, and we picked the column we need. We renamed it from commission amount to commission, you see. Then I did multiplication, you see. And you can rename these steps to something that would make more sense to you. Because see, this says inserted multiplication. Sometimes you just want to know what and what was multiplied. You can right click and rename it as total profits multiplied by commission amount. You see, let me see if I want to do that now. Rename, so total profits, or I just say profits, multiplied by commission. Okay, and that's that. So that tells me exactly what was done rather than inserted multiplication. Okay, and you can do that for any step just to make it make more sense to you. And I renamed column here. I renamed the column from multiplication to commission amount. And while we are still clicking on this, if you look at the formula bar here, this in Power Query, this is called M language. But when you are in Power BI, you are using DAX. Okay, but all of it, you are using formula basically. This is not written by you, it's generated for you. And it's using the function table.rename columns, just like the name implies, we are renaming a column. And it's saying that, okay, because I've given it a new name now, the last step, this last step, profits times commission, so it will quote the last step, comma, then it's saying that the initial name was multiplication, comma, we change it to commission amount. That's how to read that. Now we have our commission amount, okay. So I think it's okay to close and apply this. Still waiting for it to load. The reason we didn't bring when we merged the tables and expanded the tables. We didn't bring the salesperson name in because we already have it. So anything you already have in your initial table, if you are merging queries, there is absolutely no need to bring that same column in again. That will be doubling up, that will be you creating double. Okay. Now, let's do this in quote lazy way. It's not lazy, but that's what it would look like. Now that we know we need the top 5 commission earners. We know we have the commission amount. We need the salesperson because the commission is for salesperson. Okay. We can still use this chart here. Okay. Let's still use this. That's fine. We can change it if we need to. Okay. And we are going to drag in. Again, it's good to do what we did before, which was what we did with all this. Let's create total commission measure. We are almost done. Is there a class after this? What am I doing? Total commission equals, let's just sum up the commission amount. Sales table commission amount, so that we have that sorted. Then that's what I'll drag with salesperson. So total commission will come. Let's click on it. In 2 minutes, we must finish this. And from team list, we can pick the salesperson. Okay. Now, the condition is that they must earn more than 1,000 in profit. So while I'm here, I'll use this filter pen, and I will drag total profits in, total profit here. I'll drag it here. Note that I dragged it under filter on this visual. We will talk about this filter more in detail at some point. Okay, so I dragged the total profit because I want to filter out. I want to say that it should be, total profits should be greater than 1,000 on this filter. Okay, and I apply it. Okay, that should reduce how many we have. Then while whatever I'm doing now, we are clicking on this, not on any other visual, because we are working on this visual. And we can see our top 5 commission earners already. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we need to get rid of the rest. So if I come on the total commission here and I decide to I need for it to give me is show item when a value is. I need to for it to give me like top 5, top something. It's not giving me that. Let's drag it in again and see. It's only giving is less than, it's greater than. Okay, it's greater than. No. This would not work. I need only the top 5. Okay, so maybe I would need to make a calculation, for it. We already got that everyone here is if new people start coming in, please let me know so that we don't encroach on their time. Okay, I need for something to show. Okay, maybe I should be using salesperson. Okay, basic filtering top. Okay, yes, I should have. So I'm filtering on salesperson, not at the actual commission. And I'm saying the top and the top 5. Okay. Okay. So I need you to filter the top 5, and it's saying by what value? And the value is by total commission. Okay. So immediately I drag that total commission in, this apply filter lighted up. Okay, so I'm saying filter on this visual for salesperson, and it gave me different filtering option. We have advanced filtering, basic filtering, top end. I needed the top end because it's top 5 we are looking for. And when I did the top 5, it's asking me that by what value, is it total profit or total cost or what? But it's by total commission. Then we apply that. We apply that, and now we have our top 5 people. Okay, and this is your top 5 commission earners that satisfy, the and I did 1,000. I did the condition for total profit to be greater than 1,000, but I also need to drag in exception sales. Okay, because they have started coming in. Exception sales should be 0. So I'll drag this in there somewhere. Exception sales should be 0. So we'll leave in a second though, sorry. Where is my exception sales? Yeah, exception sale, I dragged it in, and we need it to be, I can use basic filtering and just click on only that, and something changed there. Okay, so where the exception sale, if I click on this, you see that changed a little. We take that out because we don't need this, you see, and that satisfies. So filtering helps you to reduce too much stress on calculation. We could use DAX to achieve what we just use filtering to achieve. But most of the time, if I can, achieve something by basic filtering or using any function within Power BI rather than the formula, I like to do that. But it would be nice to see if we were to walk this through by formula. It would be nice for us to see, how that works. So maybe we'll try that tomorrow. Thank God we recorded this class. Sorry, apologies, we are leaving now. I'm not going to ask if there's any question because